Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So, woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, seriously? I haven't done a live in a really long time, but CUSP babies have been kind of pushing forth, let's say, for the last couple of days. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do a live and see what is going on. What is it that wants to come through for the cusp babies? So we're going to do a general reading with the water and candle, and then we're going to go ahead and clarify for each with the cards. I'm going to be using my new deck. It is called the Mystical Dream Tarot, and that is one of the decks that I'm going to use to clarify. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the readings. Hi, guys. I'm not exactly sure who's on. If you're new and you haven't been live with me, I suck at reading the live chat. So just an FYI, I'm not ignoring anyone or anything like that. Hey, Dee, how are you? It's just, I kind of just start and stay in the flow, I guess. Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Alrighty. Can you guys hear me okay, Dee? I hope the volume is fine. Hopefully the kids... Oh, hi. Hopefully the kids won't be interrupting as much, or the dogs, but we'll see. Okay. There is, when it comes to the cusp babies, there is a sense of wanting to... Hi, Gemini 83. There is a sense of wanting to find balance when it comes to feeling like you're being pulled apart between two different worlds. So one of the things that was coming through is that for the next, I want to say like 4 to 6 weeks, there is going to be one of the two signs that is going to kind of be leading the way or leading the path, and is going to be the sign that you should be focusing on trying to master or trying to understand a little better. And I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to try and clarify that for each sign as we move ahead. But let's see. With the cusp, I'm going to start off with Taurus and Gemini. I feel that there is a lot of information that has been kind of, you can say they're downloads or intuitive messages or whatever, but there's a lot that has been kind of just thrown at you all at once. And you're trying to figure out what everything means, or what each part of it means to you yourself. Like, what is it that I'm supposed to do with this information? What is it that I'm supposed to learn, or what was it that I was supposed to learn? And it's like you're just kind of like feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed with everything that is coming in, with all the information, with all the downloads of what it is that you're supposed to do moving forward, and kind of wanting that clarity as to exactly what each dream or what each message truly means, because there's more underneath the surface than what is being presented or what is being told to you at the moment. But because you feel this imbalance within yourself, Taurus, Gemini, you're having a hard time kind of getting that clarity that you have been seeking for a while. So Gemini, Cancer. With the Gemini, Cancer, I feel that you guys are really either you or the person that you have been dealing with, but there's somebody here that is focusing a lot on the past, is focusing a lot on a person that has moved on, or a situation, let's say, that has already passed. So if it's not in regards to love, maybe you left a job, maybe you left a group of friends, maybe you left, or something that you walked away from, or somebody walked away from, where there is nothing, or there's nothing more there when it comes to the connection, or nothing more there when it comes to a job or a group of friends or whatever it is. The reason for you to be removed from that situation was because when it comes to your end of things, there was nothing else for you to learn. There was nothing else for you to gain. But either these people, this person is still trying to reach out, or is still trying to come back into your life. And even though you know with certainty that there's nothing there for you, you're still kind of like, but I just kind of like, the curiosity of wanting to know what they have to say or what they're up to kind of keeps on dragging you back to the past. And we're moving along with Cancer, Leo. And the energies of the Cancer Leo cusp, there's somebody that has made a decision a while back to move forward, whether or not people from their past or people that they're currently with are willing to move forward with them. So with the Cancer Leo, I feel that you are trying to make a clean break from situations, or if this is inward within yourself with certain addictions or certain behavior patterns that you have, and you're trying to really make that clean break, but there's somebody specifically that you want to come along with you. There's someone that you want to move forward with. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be a friend, it can be a sister, it can be a cousin, whoever it is, or somebody that you want them to be able to get their clarity. You want them to be able to see or to become aware of what the truth is, so that they themselves can move forward. But you're being advised that, if you have done everything that you can to try and get that person to see the truth, to see the reality, and they're still choosing not to, then right now is the moment for you to go ahead and move forward and not stay stuck within those energies, if that makes any sense. Alrighty. So Leo, Virgo, you're either dealing with a person, or you will be dealing with a person who has not ended a previous engagement. Whether this person is married or is currently separated or going through a divorce, or has an ex that does not want to let go, there is still some type of attachment when it comes to an ex. So if you started seeing someone, or there's somebody that's coming towards you in the near future, I feel that this person is going to be completely honest with you when it comes to their current situation. And then it is up to you if you decide that you want to kind of play the waiting game to see if they choose to be with you, or if they choose to stay with the old person. But again, I feel that this person, when they do come forth, or when they come into your life, or if they're currently in your life, they will let you know exactly what their personal situation is with either an ex or a current partner that they're either trying to separate from, or that they're not 100% sure if they want to let go of or not. Virgo, Libra. There are, with the Virgo, Libra, there are secrets that are coming up that I feel that you probably have been keeping from someone, or someone has been keeping from you. Mostly I'm feeling that you have been keeping a secret from someone. As far as your true intentions towards a certain connection, whether that is romantic or friendship, there's someone or something that you were connected to, that you were in it just to gain something from it, and your heart wasn't 100% in it, or vice versa. But again, I feel like this is going to be revealed to you, or you're going to be revealing this to this person, because the time between you and this other person, that time is up. There's nothing else, let's say, quote unquote, for you to gain, or there's nothing else for the other person to gain. So it is time for each of you to go your separate ways. Libra, Scorpio. There's a lot coming in for you guys. I feel with the Libra Scorpio, there's a lot of choices that have to be made, not just when it comes to relationships or connections with people, not so much romantically, but I feel the type of friends that you have chosen to keep around. There's certain things that have come up, certain things that have resurfaced or have surfaced regarding certain people that you call friends or certain people that you call that you really relate to or co-workers and things like that. And it is being revealed to you that there is a certain group that has been kind of like pretending to be your friend like in front of you, but are constantly like behind your back either talking about you or gossiping about you or spreading rumors that are not 100% true. And as all of this is being revealed to you, you're kind of feeling like you're losing people and like you're going to end up all alone. But remember, when people or situations like that are removed from our lives, are because we're no longer in those energies. We're no longer in that, like in that timeline or in that time frame. And it is time for us to go ahead and move forward to where it is that we belong to, where it is that we are being led to go to. So do not be afraid to let go of people during this time. Scorpio, Sagittarius. I feel like you guys are kind of like in your own little world, just trying to focus on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, the things that kind of make you feel alive, the things that kind of bring joy and happiness to you. And you're really trying not to focus or not to worry as much on what other people are doing or what other people's opinion are regarding what it is that you are pursuing at the moment. You're really trying to stay as centered and as aligned as you possibly can during this time, because when I feel like about a month or so ago, the energies were very strong and you kind of felt completely out of balance. And it took you some time. It took some time for you to go ahead and go inward and kind of get to a point where you can kind of pinpoint what was triggering you and what was causing you this feeling of imbalance. And once you were able to identify what that was, you were like, you know what? Done and over with that. I'm going ahead and I'm moving forward and I'm going to focus on what it is that is going to keep me aligned with my future, with my path. Sagittarius, Capricorn. Sagittarius, Capricorns, are we hiding? I feel like you're trying to stay under the radar while you're trying to manifest something, because either the people that you were sharing what you were trying to manifest or what you were trying to achieve were either not on board with you or they couldn't see it from your point of view. They couldn't see it from your perspective. So instead of giving up on what it was that you were pursuing, you decided that you were just going to pursue it in silence. You were going to pursue it on your own and just let people see the fruits of what it is that you have been planting when it comes to past. But I feel like you guys are really trying your best to stay under the radar when it comes to whatever it is that you're working on and trying to manifest. Capricorn, Aquarius. Either you have had or you will be having a conversation with somebody that you hold very dear to you. I am getting the sense and feeling that that connection of like a romantic person, somebody that really, really gets you like right from the get-go, somebody that you don't have to pretend to be somebody you're not, somebody that understands like both of your sides, both of your nature, either the Capricorn or the Aquarius side, and knows or understands that you have a hard time balancing between the two, that you have a hard time getting people to relate to you or to even or to even keep them in your space. And it's like this person, I feel that there's something that they're going to say that is going to catch your attention, that you're going to be like, damn, they got me. And this is somebody that I definitely want to keep around. And even if things excuse me, even if things start off as friends or currently you guys are just friends, you're going to become aware that this person could be more. There could be a future with this particular person in your life. All right, and moving ahead to Aquarius, Pisces. Huh. There's something that you're revisiting from the past. I feel that not so much love. There was a choice or a decision that you made, whether you went ahead and you moved from your current location, or you separated yourself from certain people or whatever, left a job. There's something that you left behind. Let's put it that way, because it was needed. It was needed at the moment in order to move forward, in order to pursue your goals, but it's kind of like lingering around because there's something there's something within that situation that was not ended correctly. Now, if you separated yourself from a job, maybe you left without finishing your 2 weeks notice, or maybe you went after you left, the job still hasn't gone ahead and paid you your last paid. Or if you went ahead and you disconnected yourself from certain people, maybe there were apologies, or maybe there were things that had to be said, that maybe you didn't say, or that they didn't say. And for that, that energy of the past is kind of still lingering, and you're trying to figure out if you should go ahead and reach out. Now, if this is a job that owes you money, yeah, it's your money. You worked for it. It's not like you're asking for, for a handout or anything like that. If you worked your hours and they still haven't paid you the money that they owe you, go ahead and give them a call. If this is people from your past, if there's something that you feel that you did that was wrong, or something that somebody took the wrong way, and you feel you're led to go ahead and apologize, or kind of clear the air to kind of leave that entire situation in the past, then go ahead, excuse me, then go ahead and do so. Because moving forward, you don't want to have anything from the past lingering on or trying to come forward with you. Pisces, Aries. Is there anything for you guys before we get into the cards? I have two more, actually. The Pisces, Aries right now are feeling very hopeful and kind of excited about what the future has to offer, about what it is that is coming forth. There was a glimpse of I feel like something started to manifest, or something is like at the beginning stage of manifesting in your life at the moment. And it kind of has you in this energy of feeling excited about, what tomorrow is going to bring, feeling excited about what life is going to bring, and feeling excited about possibly finding someone like that you can fall in love with, and that they can truly fall in love with you without having to force it. Just kind of allow it to happen naturally. And then Aries, Taurus. I'm picking up very heavy. I don't know why. A pregnancy. A pregnancy is somebody has hidden, whether it's you or another person. There's somebody that is hiding a pregnancy, either because they're no longer with that person, or because that person is involved with someone else, and they are in a way, or in a sense, hesitant to come forth and let that person know that they are expecting, or possibly they believe that they're expecting, and maybe because they're not 100% sure yet, they have not made that disclosure. Or maybe somebody that you're with, their ex probably has somebody that either thinks they're pregnant, or that is currently pregnant with a child by the person you're with, and that is kind of still being kept as a secret. For the cusp, is more of like trying again. It's like wanting to try and find that balance within yourself, is what you guys are really trying to focus on. Trying not to go back and forth with between one sign and the next. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and clarify some of the things. We're gonna start off with Taurus, Gemini. We're going to see what the challenge is going to be during the next 3 to 4 weeks. or 4 to 6. I want to say 4 to 6 weeks. And what the advice is, and then the possible outcome. Alrighty, so we're starting at around 19. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take them exactly as they came out for you guys. So the challenge is the wisdom teacher. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hold the card up for you guys so you guys can see it. See if I can exit or get the full screen on here just so that I can, it's not allowing me to. Okay. So what was it? The wisdom teacher is your challenge. So with Taurus, Gemini, accepting what is being revealed, accepting the truth of a situation, accepting the truth of a matter when it comes to a person, when it comes to yourself, you're having a hard time because either you didn't want to accept the lesson or you're still kind of in denial what in regards to a specific person or a specific group of people when it comes to accepting the truth of the matter of where you stood, where these people or this person kind of held you at, or what they honestly thought or how they honestly cared about you. And you're having a really hard time because I feel that this is either a person or people that you really did care a lot about. And these are people that you wanted to just have in your life forever. With the advice, we have the why I'm not able to say that. Ouroboros? I don't even know. There you go. You look at this card. And then the Lord of Pentacles in the reverse is your advice. And as I'm looking at this card, I feel like the reason why you're having such a hard time letting go of either a specific person or a group of people is because you kind of felt that they were going to be there with you when you accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You felt that they were going to be there, that they were going to be either your support group or your support person or whatever. And you don't see how you can accomplish or how can you achieve this specific goal, or how can you achieve this specific feeling of like value or worth if these people, this person is not in your life. And with the advice, we have the 7 of Wands, and it's like you need to remind yourself that everything that you need, everything that you seek is within you. And you have to be balanced within yourself. And for the Taurus, Gemini, I feel that you have to try and tame that Gemini side of you that kind of has you back and forth, and try and focus more on that Taurus energy. And in order to allow you to overcome this, and in order to allow you to move forward and to go into the next cycle of your life. Again, if you have allowed the Gemini side more of you to control situations, to control connections, then you're going to continuously be in that like back and forth type of energy. So for at least for the next 4 to 6 weeks, try to learn more about the Taurus. Try to learn and try to stay more within that energy when it comes to getting things accomplished, and when it comes to letting situations or people from the past go. Alrighty, so then we're going to go ahead and move forward to Gemini, Cancer. And let's see. My phone is going off. Well, it's on silent, but it's still going off. I'm just like, just keeps on lighting up. Anyways, Gemini, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what the challenge is going to be, what the advice is, and then the outcome. Okay. Ooh. Gemini, Cancer. And we're starting at 2344. So your challenge, Gemini, Cancer, is the Masters of Secret, and it came out in the reverse. And it's about tapping into you, tapping into your own intuition, tapping into everything that makes you you, and not being so easily persuaded by other people, not being so easily persuaded by other people's opinion. And with the Gemini, Cancer, I feel that even though, yes, with the Geminis, they can kind of flip flop back and forth and stuff like that. Trying to balance that within yourself at the moment is what you're being advised to do. I feel that when it comes to, like, wanting or knowing, like, what type of family, what type of friends, what type of people you want to have around, what it is that you want in your environment, what it is that you want in your life. But cutting people off completely, you've had a difficult time with. And at the moment, you're being advised to go ahead and let go of whatever it is that hasn't served you, whatever it is that has not allowed you to grow. Oh, you're welcome, Dee. For your advice, we have the Seven of Cups and the Lord of Cups in the reverse. It's like, stop making all of your decisions based on from an emotional point of view. If you continue to make decisions when you're either too happy or too sad or too excited or angry or whatever, you tend to really regret your decisions or your reactions fairly quickly after. So instead, if something comes up and it's getting you upset, or it's getting you angry, or it's getting you happy, it's getting you excited, take the time to go ahead and go inward and really think, kind of putting a little bit more of logic into the decisions and the choices that you take moving forward. And then we have the possible outcome is the Dream Angel in the reverse. And yeah, all of your cards came out in the reverse, but that's perfectly fine. With the the Dream Angel in the reverse is finally, what this is going to allow you to do is to finally go ahead and take steps forward to stay in a space or in a place where you are no longer doubting yourself. You're no longer doubting the choices and the type of people that you're attracting into your life. But instead, you're able to continuously keep moving forward without having to feel stuck or without having to feel like you're completely imbalanced within. So we're going to move ahead to Cancer and Leo. And let's see, what do we have? Cancer, Leo, what is going to be your challenge for the next 4 to 6 weeks? The advice and then the possible outcome. Cancer, Leo. Leo wants to come in strong. You want to show people how strong you are and how you can overcome certain things. Maybe not focusing so much on wanting to prove other people wrong, but more of focusing on what it is that you want to prove to yourself and why do you want to prove certain things to yourself. When our why becomes an external thing, like meaning we want to accomplish certain things because of people outside of us, we tend to lose our motivation quickly, especially if the person or people that we're trying to either impress or to prove wrong are not reacting or responding to our changes. But when we choose to go ahead and choose our why based on things from within, because it's something that we want to accomplish for ourselves, then we tend to stay a little bit more motivated. We tend to stay a little bit more on track. With the challenge for this month is going to be the Five of Cups in the reverse. And it's like shifting your perception, shifting your viewpoint when it comes to the goals and the things that you want to accomplish, and making it more of an internal thing, making it more about, okay, if I go ahead and I follow through with this goal, what is it within me that is going to change? What is it within me that is going to grow versus what is it I'm going to prove to someone else? So just try, when it comes to that Leo energy, try not to focus that energy on someone else, but instead kind of reflect it back onto yourself and make your why, make your choices based on what it is that brings you joy, that brings you fulfillment. With the advice, we have the Spirit Wands in the reverse and then the Six of Cups in the upright. And it's like, again, you see how she's reflecting? She's looking at her own reflection here. She is looking at what it is that, where she's at. How did she get here? How how did I get so out of control? How did I get so imbalanced? And it's like, because you have been either ignoring, maybe not on purposely, maybe not consciously, but you have been ignoring messages that have been trying to come to you, either from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, from God, source, divine, spirit, whatever it is that you choose to connect with. But it's like the messages have been coming, and they have been continuously coming, but you have chosen not to listen, or you have chosen not to go ahead and move forward in the direction that they're trying to lead you to go ahead and move forward. Once you go ahead and you start connecting to your own intuition, you start allowing your intuition to lead your life and to leave the places, the space, the spaces, or whatever it is that you are meant to go to. You're going to come into this Ace of Wands energy. You're going to feel like this energy of like a rebirth, this energy of like everything is new, everything is like exciting, everything is like, yeah, I can do this. Because why? The focus is back on you. The focus is no longer on somebody outside of you. The focus has been returned to its source. What is the source? The source is you. You are the one that is pursuing your dreams. You are the one that is on this journey. So as long as you continue to remember that this journey is about you, it's about you growing, it's about you evolving, then you'll be able to stay within that energy. And I'm trying my best to keep track of the time when it comes to timestamp, but I do suck at that a little. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to Leo, Virgo, cusp. Let's go ahead and see what the challenge is gonna be, what the advice is, and the possible outcome. Okay, what are your challenges? Ooh, Leo, Virgo. It's like, shh, don't tell my secrets, right? Nobody's going to tell your secrets. Don't worry. All right. So we have the challenge is the Four of Wands. This is your challenge as a Four of Wands when it comes to communications with others, when it comes to setting boundaries with other people, when it comes to setting boundaries within yourself. There are certain things that you know that you have to let go of, whether they're behaviors, thought patterns, whatever it is, but you are choosing or have chosen in the past not to let it go, not to go ahead and change your ways. Your advice is we have, again, the Spirit of Wands in the reverse and then the Five of Cups in the upright. And it's like, why are we not listening? Why are we not listening to our own intuition, people? Come on, guys. Stop looking so much outside of you for those answers that you're seeking, for that validation that you need, for, what it is that I'm supposed to do next. What is going to be my next step? What is going to be my next? What is going to be my, like, just stop and sit in silence for a second, and the answers are going to be revealed to you. And the answers have been revealed to you. And maybe because they are not what you expected, or is not what you had in mind, or it's not what you have planned, is the reason why you're choosing not to go ahead and follow your own intuition, and instead are trying to seek another outcome outside of you. And we have the Six of Cups actually came out in the reverse for you. If you continue on not listening to the messages that are coming through, if you continue on not listening to your own intuition, then you're going to have a really hard time moving forward, or staying centered, staying aligned, or following through with anything, any project or anything that you start. So again, you want to be able to always be accountable for your own actions. You want to be able to be accountable for your own emotions, for your thoughts, for everything that makes you you. But in order for that, you're being asked to listen to spirit, to listen to your own intuition, to listen to what it is that is coming from within you. Alrighty, so we have Virgo, Libra, cusp. Let's see what your message is. Let's see what your blockage is. First, Virgo, Libra. Ooh, my phone is going off. It's like I start, while I'm doing nothing, nobody calls, nobody texts, and it's like the minute I go live, like my phone just starts going off. So funny. Virgo, Libra, cusp. And again, once the video uploads, I'll go ahead and stamp the individual readings. Oh, Virgo, Libra, come on. What's going on with you guys? So all of your cards came up in the upright. So your challenge is the sun. Why is the sun your challenge? No, everything is good with you guys. Why are you failing to see this? Why are you failing to see all that you have accomplished, everything that you have put forth, all the hard work, everything that you have sacrificed? You're being rewarded for it. And it's kind of like, some of you are like, oh, it's not enough. I want more. Or why can't I get everything at once? And it's like, try and stay in that place or that space of humble, like, knowing that everything is going to come in, or everything is coming towards you as this, as the time, what is it they say, divine timing. And it's like, stop worrying about what hasn't manifested yet. Stop worrying about what hasn't come in yet, because it is on its way. The more you try and obsess over it, the more you try and think about it, then you're kind of yourself putting it on hold. You're kind of yourself not allowing it to come forth. Your advice is the Four of Cups. You see how it is, like all four of them are like connecting, and it's like, making this perfect circle. And it's like, look at where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Look at what you have been through. Look at what you have overcome, and look at what it is that you have manifested up to this point. And try and enjoy that, try and embrace that, and not to focus so much on what hasn't come yet. Because again, I feel that with the Virgo Libra, you're really focusing on a lot on what hasn't manifested yet. And that is kind of like what is keeping you guys stuck. The outcome, we have the Seven of Cups in the upright. And as you start to, kind of reflect on your life, on what you have overcome, where you're at, and try to really embrace and enjoy your accomplishments, your blessings, what you have been able to manifest up to this point, you're going to be able to leave that feeling of like not enough, or that feeling of like it never happens when I want to. And are going to be able to get into a space where you are going to be a little bit more patient. You're going to be able to enjoy the process as things are manifesting, and not being in that space of I want it now, in that space of kind of like a little brat, like I want it now. Kind of getting away from that. So the more you embrace and the more you enjoy what you currently have, then the quicker you'll be manifesting, and the quicker that things are going to kind of just surface out for you guys. Libra, Scorpio. What is your challenge, your advice, and then your outcome? Libra, Scorpio's cusp. So we have the Serpienta Sol. It's like the serpent soul, sun. There is something that you need to leave behind, Libra Scorpios. Whether this is an addiction to, a drug, smoking, people, gossiping, arguing. Um, there's something within your space that is very toxic, that attracts people that kind of don't even really know who they are. So the more you're around these type of people, the more you're around this type of addiction and things like that, you yourself are having a hard time staying balanced. So when it comes to the Libra Scorpio, try and find that balance. Try and focus more on your Libra energy this month versus your Scorpio energy. Do not allow that stinger to come out. Do not allow that darker side to take complete hold. But instead, try and find the balance within it. We have for your advice, Sophia, and it's like, you see how he's like here, and he's in the reverse, and he has a serpent in his hand, but then she has a serpent wrapped around her body, and it's like she's trying her best to balance that dark and light within herself. She's trying her best to balance those two sides of her that seem to always be always seem to be pulling her apart. And she's really focused, and she's really like, you know what? I really got to get a hand of this like this year, because if I don't get a hold of this now, then this is going to be my life for the rest of this is going to be me, like going from one extreme to the next. And I do not want that. I want balance. I want to be in control of my life. I want to be able to stay in a place where I feel balanced, where I feel aligned, where I feel centered, and not having to constantly hit rock bottom in order to realize something, or not having to constantly hit rock bottom in order to move away from situations or from people. And then what that is going to allow, what the possible outcome is, the innocent, it is going to allow you to embrace new opportunity, to embrace new connection, to embrace anything new and anything that kind of catches your eye or catches your attention, because you're no longer being held back or bound to the addictions, bound to the toxicity of either situations or people. And it's like an entire new world kind of opens up. It's like you start to see things in a different way. You have a different perspective when it comes to life. That was Libra Scorpio. So we're moving on to Scorpio Sagittarius. What is your challenge? Scorpio Sag. Ooh, Scorpio Sagittarius. Your challenge, your advice, and then your outcome. As long as you follow the advice, let's just put it that way. Okay. All of yours came out in the reverse. What was I? Scorpio Sag. So we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. What or who have you lost, or you feel that you lost? There is an energy of feeling like you either lost somebody, or you lost something that you held to be very valuable, something that you held to be very needed in your life at the moment. And when either this person or this thing was removed, it kind of threw your entire world upside down. And the lesson that you were supposed to learn in this is not to get too attached, not to get attached to people that are not committed to you, or not to get attached to material things. Have you learned that lesson? That's up to you. Some of you still have not learned the lesson, because then we have the Lord of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you are wanting to either replace that thing or that person with someone else. So some of you have yet to get the understanding or get the awareness when it comes to certain attachments that we have to people and to things, to situations. So again, revisit what you just came out of. Revisit what you felt was lost, and allow yourself to go ahead and see the lesson in order for you to move forward. The 10 of Swords in the reverse. When it comes to yes, you're right. You're right. We'll just put it that way. Um, as you go ahead and you learn the lesson about the attachments that you've had to situations, to people, to things, the goal here, the outcome is supposed to be the 10 of Swords in the reverse. And the way that I see this is no longer having to prove your point to anybody, no longer having to prove your worth or your value to other people, because now you have that sense, you have that knowing within you of who you are. And once you get to a place where you know who you are, then anything and anyone that tries to speak over your life or tries to give you their opinion or try to change your mind about yourself, you're no longer tolerating. But you don't have to do it in an aggressive way. You don't have to do it in a way where you have to get nasty or you have to get mean or anything like that. You're just, you know what? That's their opinion. That's their opinion. That does not mean that that's who I am. And that does not mean that I have to accept it, which is actually quite beautiful. But you really have to, Scorpio, Sag, you really have to let go of the attachments that you guys currently have. Sagittarius, Capricorns. Sagittarius, Capricorn, what do we have for you guys? What is your challenge, your advice, and your outcome? I just laugh at these readings because sometimes they're like so funny. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So Sagittarius, Capricorn, cusp. The Lady of Swords is your challenge in the upright. Speaking loud, making a lot of noise, yelling to try to get your point across is not going to get you anywhere. You already know this. So leaving that behavior behind and knowing that at times silence is needed, that in order to get your point across, in order to get somebody to understand what you're saying, you don't have to get loud. You don't have to yell. You don't have to get nasty. That has been a challenge because you want to be heard. You want people to see your point of view. So if you were in a situation where somebody, there was a he say, she say type of thing, and people are siding with the other person's versus yourself, maybe you wanted to let everybody involved know the truth. So you were getting loud or you were getting this, you're getting that, but you have either realized or you're going to realize that it is not needed. Your silence in the sense, or the tone of voice that you use, the calmness that you speak with is going to speak volume when it comes to that specific situation and when it comes to you getting your point across. Your advice is the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. And again, I feel that it has to do a lot with that, not needing to go above and beyond to prove yourself or to prove where it is that you stand. Not having to how can I put it? Yeah, it's like not having to mold yourself or transform yourself into what other people want in order for you to get your point across. It's like either just by your day-to-day, the way that you're carrying yourself, by the way that you're speaking, or by the way that you choose not to respond or to react to something, the truth is being revealed to whoever it is that is involved within the situation. And then the outcome, we have the Spirit of Cups in the reverse. You're no longer going to have to go into that space or that energy of feeling ashamed or feeling like the world doesn't hear you or feeling like people don't hear you, like you can't relate to people, because once you've mastered when it is that you're supposed to talk and when it is that you're supposed to be silent, or how it is that you're supposed to move forward, you're no longer going to allow yourself to get into a position where you're reacting based on what other people are saying or what other people are doing. But instead, you're going to be in control of your emotions. You're going to be in control of your life and knowing when it is and how it is that you're supposed to respond. That was Sagittarius Cappies. So we have Capricorn Aquarius. Let's see what your challenge is, what your advice is, and what your possible outcome is. I'm trying to see if I hear the puppies or not. I think I really, well, the dogs and the puppies and the babies are taking naps, not the kids. Kids are done with schoolwork, which is kind of early, which is fun. All right, so let's see. Capricorn Aquarius. Your advice, your challenge, your advice, and your outcome. So whatever sign you guys feel that is taking a hold or is taking more over at the moment, maybe that's a sign that you're going to have to kind of put on check and really focus on trying to find a balance within the two. So what comes naturally to you, I would say try and tame, and then try and see if you can get a better hold on the other sign. Wait, this was first, second, and third. So Capricorn Aquarius, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles. I wanted to say the tree because the tree looks beautiful. The Three of Pentacles in the upright, and then the Ten of Cups in the upright. So for your challenge is the Six of Wands in the reverse. Is there's a situation here with another person or a group of people that you're having a hard time getting your point across. You're having a hard time getting either this person to either understand that either you're done or that you're all the way in. If this is a relationship that has ended and the person wants to come back around, it's like you're done with this connection, you're done with this person, and they don't seem to understand that. They don't seem to want to accept it. If this is a connection that started new and the person maybe has been like, they're not there, it's maybe because they are unclear of how it is that you feel or how it is that you want to move forward with this connection. So with the Three of Pentacles in the upright, you see how she's in that tree and there's like the moon in the top, and then she's reaching forward to grab, I want to say those are apples or oranges. I have no idea. I don't have the light on. So, but it's like, the communication needs to be, how can I put it? You have to be a little bit more open or a little bit more honest on what it is that you want. If this is a connection that you want to work on, if this is something new, then if you don't tell the other person what your expectations are or what it is that you look for within a romantic partner, then how are they to know? And if this is somebody from your past that you're trying to stay away from, that you're trying to not restart something with them, then you have to be completely honest and do not leave, not even let a window open. Like, make sure that everything is shut and done and over with so that this person can really get the message. Regardless of whatever it is, whether it is a new connection or if it's an old one that you're trying to stay away from, the outcome is the Ten of Cups. Regardless of whatever it is that your current situation is, this is going to bring you that fulfillment, that happiness, that joy, that balance within yourself that you have been seeking or that you have been wanting or kind of like anticipating for a while. It's just about making sure that your communication is on point and that the message that you want to bring forth is actually coming through. So we have Aquarius, Pisces is next. Aquarius, Pisces. See what your challenge is, your advice. Okay. Can I get a few cards in there? And your outcome. So we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. Um, Aquarius Pisces. There's something that has been revealed to you guys that you guys have acknowledged and have accepted, but haven't taken the steps or the action towards what it is that you are being led to do. If this is about walking away from people or a person or walking away from a job, you are aware of what you have to do. But like, let's say, okay, if you're going to leave a job or you're being led to leave a job, you don't want to leave the job until you have something else secure. But then again, you're not applying anywhere. You're not looking for anything. You're just kind of like thinking that it's going to come and land on your lap. So the lack of action is what has you stuck where you are at. The procrastination, that, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find anything now. Oh, I'm not gonna be able, like, whatever it is that has been revealed to you as far as like moving forward. You yourself are keeping yourself stuck because you're procrastinating. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse as your advice, and it's like, stop making the excuses that either you are not enough or you don't have enough or it's not the right time or you have to wait until this is right or that is right or you have to wait until this person comes forth or you have to wait until you end this connection. Whatever it is that you are using as an excuse, it is time to put that excuse away, because the excuse is what's leading to the procrastination. And the more that you come up with more excuses, the longer you're going to stay within that procrastination space, and the longer you are just going to keep your life stuck. Your outcome, we have the Six of Wands in the upright with the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So at the moment, if you continue on making excuses, if you continue on procrastinating, you're never going to find that joy or that that excitement for wanting to start something new, that excitement for wanting to move forward. And it's like, why is it that you yourself are keeping yourself in a place of not feeling fulfilled, not feeling happiness, not embracing life, not feeling joy, not wanting to do anything, but just freaking lay in your bed and just kind of be like, oh, I'll come when it comes? No, you have to go ahead and you have to take the actions. You have to, you have been praying for clarity. You have been meditating for clarity. You have been seeking clarity. The clarity has been given to you. The steps have been given to you, but then you are choosing to go ahead and not take the actions to step forward. Instead, you're sitting there within your own little world, making excuses, and nothing is manifesting, nothing is moving forward. Well, it is up to you for things to move forward. It is up to you to see this goal or this dream or whatever it is, this vision come to life. You have to start taking the actions, even if you do not have, because some of you are like, oh, I don't have the entire picture. Even if you don't have the entire picture, start where it is that you are at the moment. Pisces, Aries, let's see what your challenge is, what your advice and your outcome is going to be. And I am ready to get off of this. So I hear my puppies in the background. All right, let's see. One more for Pisces and Aries. What is going to be your outcome if the advice is followed? You'll start to hear the kids because they're going to try to keep them down and they're going to get loud trying to keep them to lower their voices. Oh, it's 12:50. That's probably why. Probably feeding time. I got to go look at the schedule. No! They're right here. They didn't go that far. Okay. There we go. Okay. So your challenge is the Eight of Swords in the upright. And it's like, she's there. She has like her hair, like her bangs kind of like over her face. The other one is like on top, kind of like just like daydreaming and things like that. And it's like, I want you to go ahead and look at that picture. You're either choosing to to blind yourself when it comes to the current situation you're in, whether it's financially, whether it's career wise, whether it's love, whether it's friendship, whether it's co-work or whatever it is. Something has been revealed, something has been shown over and over again, and you're choosing not to see the truth. You're choosing either not to take accountabilities for your actions, or another person is choosing not to take accountability for their actions. Regardless of what it is, both of you need to take accountability. Either you yourself for allowing certain people to treat you a certain way or talk to you a certain way because you don't set the boundaries, or the other person or the other people have to take accountability for their own actions. If you are feeling like you're spending a lot, then revisit your budget. Kind of, if you don't have a budget made out, go ahead and make your budget, because I feel that some of you are spending a little bit more than what you are supposed to, because you are in this energy of just like, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. And if you continue on with that, you're going to rack up more debt than what later is going to be able to afford. Your advice is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And with that is, stop fighting your situation. Stop fighting what it is that you're meant to face. Stop fighting what it is that has been shown to you, what has been revealed to you. Instead, take this opportunity to see what it is that you were supposed to learn, how it is that you're supposed to move forward, and do not allow this opportunity to pass you by, because the more that you fight it, the longer that it's going to stay, the more uncomfortable things are going to become, the more out of control your life is going to seem to be spiraling out of. Your outcome, as long as you go ahead and you allow yourself to see the lessons that you were supposed to learn, to go ahead and move forward in the direction that you're being led to. We have the Ace of Cups in the upright, and then the Lady of Pentacles. So in the Lady of Pentacles is in the reverse, and I feel that you're going to be able to leave behind those patterns of kind of blinding yourself, or kind of getting yourself stuck in situations or with people that are not meant to be in your life. With the Ace of Cups, I feel that you're finally getting to a space or to a place where emotionally you feel balanced. Emotionally, you feel like you kind of have a hold and control of your own life. That you're finally kind of the one guiding where your life is going, taking the steps necessary to fulfill whatever it is that, either a vision or a dream has come forth to you. But you really need to stop lying to yourself, regardless of whatever the situation is. The truth has been shown, the truth has been revealed. And if you want to go ahead and move forward with your life and accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, the time is now. If not, then you can go ahead and you can keep lying to yourself. It's up to you. Then we have, last but not least, Aries, Taurus, CUSP. What is your challenge? What is your advice? And what is your outcome? Go in. Alrighty, guys. No, it's like you guys want like a full reading, seriously. You're lucky because you guys are the last one. Somebody else had these cards. So Aries, Taurus, your challenge is the Sun in the reverse. Not seeing a way out, not seeing a way of fixing things, or not seeing a way out of a situation that seems to be controlling, or to be taking a hold of your life. Not seeing how, so kind of like in this energy of just looking at the negative when it comes to everything. And when people are trying to be positive or trying to get you to look at things in a positive way, you're just kind of like, no. Yeah, I'll see it when I believe it type of thing. Instead of starting to change your own thoughts, instead of trying to change, your energy, your spirit, like where you're at, you're allowing like everything and everyone to kind of bring you down. And it's like you really need to fight it, and you really need to take control of your life so that things can start to change. But it has to start with your perception, because right now you're just looking at everything that has gone wrong, everything that could go wrong, and how you feel that everything is going to go wrong. You need to get out of that energy. We have the 4 and the 7 of Cups in the reverse. So again, feeling hopeless, feeling like this is a situation or a connection or whatever that can no longer be mended, can no longer be fixed. You need to get yourself out of that mentality. You need to get yourself out of those thoughts and out of those patterns, because the more that you stay within those energies, the more that you stay at looking at life and looking at things from a negative perspective, then that is exactly what you're going to continue on attracting. That is exactly what you're going to continue on bringing forth with your life. So go ahead and kind of, take your time, meditate, pray, dance, whatever it is you have to do to kind of revisit the situation from a different perspective and try to get yourself out of like that kind of like icky feeling that most of you are at the moment. We have the Lord of Cups as your outcome. Once you go ahead and you do that, once you go ahead and you take those actions, you take those steps into trying to see why it is that you feel like that in the first place and what it is that you have to do, you're going to feel like you have the entire world in your hands. You're going to feel like there's nothing that you can't do. You're going to feel like, okay, finally, for once, I feel like I can finally move forward. I can finally go ahead and pursue those dreams, pursue those goals. I know exactly what it is that I have to do, and all I have to do is move forward. All I have to do is start taking those actions, and I am ready. And that is exactly the space, the energy that you want to be in. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you today. As always, thank you for all the love and support. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded. Hello. Hi, how are you? I don't know if you got, I don't know where you got, you came in, Game Crusher, but yeah, I was doing the CUSP reading. I'm going to go ahead and upload the video and go ahead and try and timestamp all of them. I got some of them written down. I'll go ahead and relook at the video so that you guys can go ahead and see it. I don't know if you were here for the entire reading, but at the beginning I did the water and candle, and I kind of went through each Cups sign individually to see what the water and candle had to say, and then I went ahead and clarified with the cards. Well, guys, that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that everybody has a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day. It is beautiful outside. It was a little cloudy this morning, but the sun is starting to come out. So depending on where you guys are at, try and get some fresh air and, breathe and just embrace and enjoy life. Seriously, with all of those that will be watching. Just try and embrace life, and and enjoy every single moment of it. There was something that I posted today on Facebook, and it says, when I woke up this morning, it was like, we as human, we begin to die the moment we're born, and it truly is something that is something to think about. And it's like, what are you doing with your life that maybe you want to change? What goals have you had set that you haven't taken any actions on? And what are you waiting for to go ahead and pursue what it is that you're being led to do? Well, guys, have a good one, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. Kisses. And now let's see if I can remember how to end this. All right.